Hey explorers, so I'm back today with another travel at home experience. So since we can't really travel internationally, I bought a subscription box back in April called the Spicery. The Spicery comes from the UK and they send subscription boxes monthly with different spices and vibes from another country. So this month, we have a Greek recipe. I've already opened it because I needed to buy the ingredients, but here it is. And you can watch my past two videos. My first video was an unboxing of an Ethiopian recipe, and the last one was a Trinidad recipe. So today, we're gonna make moussaka with tzatziki and lukumades with yogurt ice cream. I probably said that all wrong. And this will serve for, it takes 55 minutes to prep and 2 hours and 15 minutes to cook. It has only 1 pepper for heat out of 5, so that means it's not really that spicy. Obviously inside it has all of your steps to prepare the meal, and on the back it has the ingredients. So I will take you step by step through this, but I just want to show you the different spices that we have. And there's always a free spice. I don't know what the free spice is just yet, but we'll go through them. We have topping spices, tzatziki spices, salad spices, sesame seeds. I have some of those already. Syrup whole spices, nutmeg. It is an actual nut. Usually mine is grounded, but nutmeg. Oh, this is the free sample. The free sample is Indian barbecue seasoning blend. That sounds entertaining. Lamb ground spices and cinnamon quills. Again, I never have gotten cinnamon like this, so let's get started with the cooking. Oh, and before we continue, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button down below and a notification bell right next to it so you're notified when each week's video comes out. Videos come out every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. Now let's get into this video and making our Greek recipe. All right, step 1 calls for you to preheat the oven to 190 degrees Celsius or about 374 degrees Fahrenheit. Now on to step 2, we're going to make the yogurt ice cream. It actually calls for you to make your own whipped cream with 200 milliliters of double cream and 75 grams of sugar. But whipped cream is easily found here in the United States in grocery stores, so I just bought whipped cream and put 200 milliliters of whipped cream into 300 grams of yogurt and pour that into a shallow container, as you can see here, and then I put it in the freezer for about 2 hours or until fully frozen. All right, on to step 3, which is preparing or starting to prepare the moussaka. Step 3 has 3 parts to it. So for 3A, we're going to fry the finely chopped onion, which it calls for red onion, with the lamb. It calls for 500 grams of lamb or about a pound. I don't eat lamb, so I believe I either got ground turkey or ground chicken here. You'll see a shot of it shortly. And you're going to fry that with the cinnamon quills provided by the Spicery's box in 2 tablespoons of olive oil for about 10 minutes or until the onion is soft and the lamb is starting to brown around the edges. Well, the lamb or any meat that you choose. All right, so while I'm mixing that up, let me talk about 3B. 3B is placing the aubergine slices on a baking tray and bake for 15 minutes or until softened. I didn't know what aubergine meant at all. Apparently aubergine is a French word, so I'm probably saying that wrong. But I ended up Googling it, and it says that aubergine is what Americans would call eggplant. I don't mess with eggplant, and I was like, I'm already trying something new, so let me not, because the internet also said that it's also much like zucchini. So I ended up buying zucchini here, as you can see me chopping it up and placing it on a tray. We're going to skip 3C for now because I'm going to need this same tray to do 3C and move on to step 4. All right, step 4 has 2 parts for making the lucamades. I hope I'm saying that right. You're going to whisk 150 grams of self-rising flour with milk. And for milk, it calls for 180 milliliters to a smooth, thick batter, and just leave it off to the side once done. Now for part 2 of step 4, where you're going to boil 100 grams of sugar with 100 milliliters of water, the juice of 1/4 of a lemon, and the syrup whole spices provided by the Spicery box for about 5 minutes or until you have a thick syrup, and leave it off to the side. All right, back to step 3, part C, part 3, whatever you want to call it. But we're back to preparing the moussaka. So now you're going to mix the potatoes with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Then spread out on a baking tray and bake for about 15 minutes or until softened. And just to let you know, I did speed up the timing of my video. So no, I'm not chopping that fast, and no, I'm not stirring that fast or prepping that fast, but I know you don't want to sit here and watch me cook for an hour. So that's why I have sped up my motion. All right, now to step 5, which is back to the preparation of the moussaka. You're gonna add 2 garlic cloves. As you can see here, I actually buy them already minced, but you can always chop your own. You also wanna add 1 teaspoon of salt and the lamb ground spices, which was provided by the Spicery subscription box, to the onion and lamb mixture you made up earlier, and cook for about a minute. Afterwards, you're going to add the 10 tomatoes, which calls for 400 grams of 10 chopped tomatoes, and cook for 10 minutes or until the sauce is thick and rich. All right, off to step 6, which is the preparation of the tzatziki. You're going to squeeze the grated cucumber in a clean cloth until dry. As you can see here, I had to actually grate my cucumber. I didn't have it already grated, but I made a terrible mistake of not squeezing the grated cucumber in a clean cloth until dry. So there was definitely a lot of moisture there. So don't make that mistake like I did. After that, you're going to mix 150 grams of yogurt, the grated cucumber, and a pinch of salt with the tzatziki spices provided by the Spicery, with the juice of 1/4 of the lemon. And you're gonna leave that off to the side once you're done. All right, back to the moussaka in step 7. You're gonna lay the baked aubergine, or however you say it. Someone please help. But in my case, I'm gonna lay the baked zucchini in the bottom of an oven-proof dish. Then you're gonna remove the cinnamon quills from the lamb mixture or whatever meat you chose, and pour the cooked lamb mixture and sauce over the aubergines or zucchini. Then lay the cooked sliced potatoes on top. Now you're going to mix together the remaining 250 grams of yogurt, 2/3 of the feta cheese, an egg, a pinch of salt, and about 20 grates of nutmeg. You're going to take that mixture and spread it over the potatoes and sprinkle over that mixture the topping spices provided by the Spicery. Then bake for 45 minutes or until the topping is brown around the edges. All right, off to step 8 to prepare the lucamades. You're going to carefully heat 5 centimeters of oil for frying in a medium pan over medium heat. I use vegetable oil here. All right, as the oil gets hot, I moved on to step 9, which is preparing the salad. The recipe calls for you to combine the salad spices provided by the Spicery, the juice of the remaining half lemon, a pinch of salt, and 50 milliliters olive oil to make a dressing. Then it asks for you to mix together the remaining cucumber, the pepper, the cherry tomatoes, the sliced onion, and the remaining feta, and stir through the dressing. As you can see, I mixed it all together in one. I did not make a separate dressing, and I didn't add the feta cheese because since it's just me, I didn't want to add feta cheese and have it sitting in this mixture for, days. All right, now that the oil is hot, we can move back to step 8. So the oil is ready when you drop a teaspoon of the batter into the oil and it sizzles and puffs up. You carefully drop heaped teaspoons of the batter into the hot oil a few at a time and fry for 3 minutes or until golden brown all over. You don't have to worry if they are uneven shapes. You then drain on kitchen paper and leave to one side, then repeat with the remaining batter. As you can see, as soon as it drops in, after a few seconds, it floats to the top, which is very cool. This actually reminds me of funnel cake. All right, dinner is ready, and now we just need to finalize the dessert. So you're gonna take the syrup you made earlier, warm that up, strain and discard the syrup, whole spices, which I did not do because it was just too much work, and then pour the syrup over the lucamaze. You're gonna sprinkle the sesame seeds, which I couldn't find the pack until later, and serve with the yogurt ice cream on the side. I have finished cooking my Greek meal from home. I'm glad I was able to bring Greece to my home since I can't go there right now. Thank you, the Rona. I am going to try this meal from the Spicery. It's not quite time for me to eat dinner, so I'm just going to do a taste of each of the things here. All right, so this was really exciting. These are like little donuts. These are the lucamaze. I don't know how to say that. If you know how to say it, please put the pronunciation down below. But these look like little donuts. They actually remind me of funnel cake when I smelled it being cooked. Like I want to put powdered sugar. I have some, so maybe I'll do that. But let me take a taste. Look at that syrup coming off of there. Oh my gosh, so stringy. So good. So good. Now here we have the spices. Here we have the salad, which has salad spices on it. But I'm just gonna take this cherry tomato. I like how that's seasoned. It tastes really good. So this is the Tzatziki. I believe that's how you said. This is a side. Let me see how this tastes. Every time I see stuff look like this, I get weary on if it's gonna taste good or not. Not too bad. I'm not a big fan of it, but it'll do. All right, so now we're over to the moussaka, the main dish. I have cut out a little corner here to try to dig in because it's so deep and so thick. And it has on the bottom zucchini, which I just know I tried to get down there. It's not happening. When this came out of the oven, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. So let me get in here and grab a bite. Let me blow it off. It is still steaming. Wow. Wow. This is so good. I've never had this before or seen this before, but this right here is now my favorite Spicery dish that they have sent. Now off to try the ice cream. Like ice cream, let's go. All right, now time for the ice cream. Let's see how it tastes. Whoa. Definitely sat in there long enough. I mean, I feel like I've had something like this before, but kind of disappointed. I wonder how it tastes like with one of these things. Maybe that's the whole key. Let's see here. I don't know. It does taste better with the little donut things or whatever it's called. But, I mean, I'll eat some. But it's not my favorite ice cream. I got stuff all in my teeth. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this meal and bringing Greece into my home. I enjoy this adventure because it looks like it's going to be a little limited in international adventures in 2020, if any. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you leave any comments, questions, suggestions down below in the comment box. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell right next to it so you're notified when next week's video comes out. Videos come out again every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and your social media networks because they may want to learn a new dish as well to eat for their next meal. Thank you so much again. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are.